Welcome to my channel. That sound was the chair. So this is a test run for some oracle cards and maybe tarot and maybe inspirational cards. I think they're called affirmation cards actually. These ones are by Rebecca Campbell, the Rose Oracle. I've got the headphones in, so you might not be able to hear them shuffling. This is just a test run. I've had some wine, so I might seem a little bit different, but I'm a bit different anyway, as we all are. So that's what the top of the cards looks like. And this one, the Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. There's a booklet that says what all these mean, which I think is in the box still. Nope, not in the box. Here it is. And the artwork is by K.T. Louise. The Great Mother. So there's all this writing on it. The next page is a different card. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life on earth can be, that at times being human can be painful, lonely and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be difficult when your soul remembers the oneness of Source. But at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. We often see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that everything's okay, and when things don't work out, then perhaps we've done something wrong or have something to fix. We've forgotten that on Earth isn't like that. Polarity is at the core of the Earth experience, and it's through the polar extremes that we grow the most. We're not meant to avoid the night, the shadow, and the winter. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of our experience as a soul. Hand over your worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, doubts to the Great Mother. Lay them on her altar, return to the sureness of the soil, fall fully into her arms, surrender to the mystery woven through it all. Remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. That unrestrained joy is closer to grief than we think, and perhaps the more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more you can say, I have truly lived. I think this is an affirmation underneath. I'll just read it. I'm not sure. It might not be. Let's see. It says, I am ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I'm carrying onto the altar and fall into the Great Mother's arms. This reminds me of a few years ago, around the time my mum passed away. I had this kind of dreams sort of thing that happened when I was sort of in a trance. I was just having a rest, and somehow I ended up the way I see it in my mind is I was like in the hands like this of Gaia, and she said, I am Gaia, you are innocent. And I don't know exactly what that means. I'm open to some input, because I've definitely done things wrong in my life. I've done good things and bad things. I think we all have, at least most of us probably. And at this point in my time on Earth, I'm just trying to do less of the things that are harmful, more of the things that are beneficial. But to say whether something is good or evil, I feel like sometimes it's, sometimes things are not beneficial and sometimes they are. That's kind of how I see it. Obviously some really severely horrible things can happen in life, and I've been through some of those as well. But had those things not happened, I wouldn't have developed in the way that I did. Surely I would have developed in some respect, as we all do, but I don't know who I would be if I wasn't me, and I'm grateful for who I am now. But as for this being that came through that experience where I was like in a trance and it was saying it was Gaia and that I'm innocent, it reminds me of the teachings of someone here on YouTube. I don't know if I should say their name because like my channel's pretty new, and I know people don't like to try to mention names for clout or anything like that. But the gist of the teaching I remember was that God sees us as innocent no matter what's happened. So that's the true nature of our souls anyway. But of course in the world things are not perfect and there is duality. Can't deny that. But yeah, I don't know, like I'm no expert on any of these things, I'm just learning, and this was just my test video. I'm not sure if I'll upload it, but I think I might. Yeah, and I'm open to your ideas and input, and if you are an expert, I definitely welcome your insight, especially about that experience I had in a trance or whatever state I was in. I don't know, maybe I was hallucinating. I'm not really sure. I came out of it pretty quickly, and then I was like amazed and thinking, what on earth does that mean? And yeah, if you have anything to say about this deck or what I just read out in the booklet, and if you're interested in oracles and or tarot and or affirmations, I'd be interested to hear about your interests. Okay, that's all I wanted to say for now. Have a good one. Bye.